What is up, guys, and welcome back. As you know, Minecraft Live is coming to us on Saturday, October 15th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And, well, we all know what that means. We get to learn what 1.21 is, and we have a vote between 3 mobs that have already been released. If you haven't been in the loop yet, the mobs are between the crab, the armadillo, and the penguin. Now, all 3 of these sound absolutely amazing. They would each be a great addition to the game. But let's dive a little bit deeper into why. So for the first mob, the crab, the first one they released. This is a actually unique crab. Instead of you'd think it would be at a beach, the crab is in the mangrove, which is a little bit different. It makes me kind of wonder what kind of crab it is or how big it is. From the looks in the video, as you can see, it looks like to be about 2 blocks wide. I don't know if that's actual proportions or if that's just the image of the crab. However, the use of this crab is quite unique. Somehow, some way, I'm not sure if you kill the crab or they drop the claws. I'm assuming you kill it. You get a crab claw, and this crab claw will allow you to reach further while building. Now, how far, we don't know. That is the only issue I have with the crab, is the not knowing of how far we will be able to reach with it. Is it double the distance? Is it just 1 or 2 blocks? Because if it's just a couple blocks, I don't see people using it. Especially brings me to my next point. Where is it going to go? Is it going to be in an inventory slot that you have to have equipped? So for example, say it's in your first slot, you put the block in it and you place the blocks further that way? Or is it going to be an offhand item, replacing the totem or the shield, which again, I don't see as a viable option unless you know you're going to be fine. Like, I guess in a hardcore, I don't see this being used, but in like regular survival or SMPs, maybe. So it's kind of unique, but it all depends on how far. That's the one thing I wish they would have given a little bit more detail about, but I mean, the crab looks adorable, right? Now, the second mob that was released is the armadillo, which spawns in savanna biome. So it would kind of give something new to the savanna biome, which is, let's be honest, kind of lacking some life. Now, if they make any changes to the biome, I'm not sure. Probably not. It's probably just a mob. They appear in the video to be about a block when they're rolled up and maybe a little bit over a block and a half when they're walking, which like I said, who knows if that's accurate size or just the art style of them. But from the looks of it, when they're spooked, they drop a thing called, you can actually craft dog armor, which is really cool in my opinion. I mean, not very many people use dogs, and some of that is because the dogs die almost immediately. So being able to put the armor on the dogs, hopefully it's actually a good benefit and not just a couple armor points. And who knows, maybe the ability to dye the armor, or maybe the trims work on the armor. These are all things that are speculation, but could be absolutely amazing additions. And also, armadillos are amazing in real life, and it looks absolutely adorable in the game. However, in the video, the armadillos kind of have a awful noise. I don't know if that, like I said, if that's art style or it's gonna sound like in the game. I know they don't sound the greatest in real life, but the sound they used for the video was quite awful. It kind of hurt my ears. Now, the third mob is the penguin, which surprisingly is found on the stony shores. Yeah, it's a little confusing on why they chose the stony shores. Maybe there's a reason behind it, or maybe it's a unique style of penguin. But when I first think of penguins in Minecraft, I immediately think they should be in the snow biome or the ice spikes, somewhere with snow, ice, cold temperatures. The stony shores just kind of seems weird, I guess. Again, in the video, they appear to be just over a block tall, which I imagine they'd be about a block, maybe less. They couldn't be that large. However, the benefit of a penguin is actually it speeds up your boat. So in a sense, it's Dolphin's Grace, but for boats, for penguins, which is great and all, but nobody really travels by boat anymore. Let's be honest, once we hit wings, we don't touch the water or the land travel anymore, which is kind of tragic, but it's just the way the game is now. It's just the way that we play. Again, depending on how fast it makes the boat, depends on how useful it is. Now, if it like doubles the boat speed and you're flying, I could see it being very beneficial because you can cross bodies of water super quickly. I'm sure you could come up with some pretty interesting ideas and concepts of the penguin, but again, we just don't know a lot of information about them. I wish they would release a little bit more facts about what they're thinking so that it gives us a better idea for the vote. Like, for example, do you get the penguin as a pet? Do you tame it and then it's always following you, and then so it just gets in the boat with you and you can use it whenever? Or is it kind of like the dolphin? If the penguins are around, then you get movement speed. If it's like the dolphin, I don't see it being very useful. The odds of traveling by boat and seeing a penguin and having the penguin stick with you for it to actually benefit your ride seems a little far-fetched. But again, these are all concepts, and as I'm sure each one of these mobs will get fully developed and turned into something amazing. This is actually the first mob vote in quite a few years that I am fine with absolutely any mob being added. Not one of them seems to be a disappointment. The Rascal of last year just failed on so many levels, in my opinion. Some of you will disagree, but the Crab, the Armadillo, and the Penguin all have promise and all look adorable. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, well, what should I vote for? What are you voting for? As of right now, I think my vote is going to the Armadillo. Now, let me explain myself as to why. I'm not a person that ever tames a wolf in Minecraft. Why? Because they die almost instantly. They die all the time. There's nothing you can do about it. They'll get shot by a skeleton, they'll get blown up by a creeper, and they just die. You forget to feed them, and it just, you know, you lose them. But I don't know. I have high hopes for this armor. And imagine you could dye it and trim it, and you could deck your dogs out, and you guys could be matching an armor and trims and be looking like an absolute unit. And you got a pack of 6 dogs, all of them got armor. I don't know, man. It just sounds to me, it sounds like the most useful mob. Like I said, depending on the crab claw's reach. Unfortunately, we don't want to put all of our eggs in one basket and hope for the best with the crab claw and then get disappointed, because that's kind of what happened with the sniffer. We all got really excited with the seeds he was going to drop, the way he was going to go about it. In reality, all we got was 2 new seeds, and they were just pointless flowers that didn't really add anything to the game. It was just extra flowers that you could only get from him sniffing up the seeds. You couldn't even bone meal or nothing. And I know a lot of this video I've been complaining on why I wish the vote was different, but overall I'm really excited and happy with the mob vote and the mob contestants, I guess you could say. I just wish they went about it a little bit differently. I wish they would give a little bit more insight and be a little bit more transparent so that we could have a better idea for what we're voting for instead of just the concept art, because the concept art can mean a lot of different things, and we slowly start to realize what kind of mob it is months after we've already voted. So that's my only disappointment with the mob vote. Overall, I think it's a great thing. I think they need to bring back the biome votes as well, but that's a topic for a whole nother day. But mark your calendars, everybody, because October 15th, like I said, is Minecraft Live, 1 p.m. Eastern. The Eternals will be doing a live stream together, reacting to Minecraft Live and watching it as a community. So make sure you hit that notification bell on my channel and the other Eternals channels that will be linked in the description, and tune into the stream. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be hanging out, reacting, and hopefully all get super hyped for 1.21. Please update the end. Please update the end. Please update the end. But with that being said, let me know in the comments what you guys are going to vote for, or what you think is the best option of the 3 and why. I like to have a discussion in the comments and see what you guys are thinking. With that being said, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!